with caution.
What's up everyone, Caution here, and welcome back to another Street Fighter 6 video. This time we're going to go a little bit more in depth on how Drive Impact works, what you can do against it, but also how you can use it to your own advantage. Now, we all know pretty much what Drive Impact is. It made the internet very upset when the game came in the first beta. A lot of people like to abuse it, and you know, for good reason, because like it gives you so much potential if left unpunished. If you get hit by a Drive Impact, you lose 1.5 bar of drive gauge. Your opponent gets a free good combo on you. It is just, bro, it's it's like, it's not something you wanna eat all day. But luckily there's enough stuff to counter it. So as you can see in the bottom screen of our frame meter, it has a startup of 26 frames. So that is a decent amount of, you know, of being able to react to it. So obviously the most common counter against Drive Impact is of course your own Drive Impact, which makes complete sense. Furthermore, there are obviously other options. Now, the other option is Armor Break, which is, it has 2 hits of armor available. So you can just do that, for example, and that will beat it. Jamie Standing Fierce, also really good for Drive Impact. We've talked about this before in our Drive Rush video. So that is a good option as well. Furthermore, throw also works, so you can just throw them out of it. Now, good luck reacting to that. I mean, it's possible from if you're looking for it, but like, just keep in mind that it is an option if you're doing your meaty throws in here. As you can see, like, it gets beaten from frame 1. You know, he's not going to be able to get out of that with Drive Impact. Second of all, and this one is very important if we are in burnout. So if we are in burnout, for example, we do not have access to our own Drive Impact. So you gotta rely on other stuff. So for example, that's a really good way of getting out of Drive Impact, is using your super art. And those are all the available punishing options for Drive Impact. The reason why this is very important is this brings us to our next chapter. Shut up, kid. So if we are, let's say we have the upper hand and our opponent is in burnout. Now, sometimes you gotta be patient. You gotta be wary if they have drive super gauge or not. Now, in this situation, if they don't have super gauge, that means they are very, very vulnerable to Drive Impact, and you do not want to be in a situation like this. Even if you're playing Jamie, it doesn't matter. Like, this is such a dangerous situation. The reason for that is, if we, for example, get a punish, like a combo into a knockdown, then we can go for a Meaty Drive Impact, and there is nothing that you can do about it. You can't parry, you can't Drive Impact yourself, you don't have access to super, you have to eat it, and it's a guaranteed stun. So if you have your opponent in a corner, you manage to get a knockdown, for example, then go for that Meaty Drive Impact, enjoy a free drink level, and just do your combo. I'm not sure if people are aware of this, but if you do Drive Impact and they block it, you get the stun, you can get a free drink level, and still have time to do your jumping combos. So keep that in mind, and be wary of those meters for your opponent as well. So if you see this situation, just go for it, and you'll get a free stun out of it. Alright, next up is combos from DI. So what are the best combos in this term, in this case for Jamie? from a Drive Impact. Once again, we've talked about this in our previous videos in terms of combos. It all depends on how much drink level you have, and if you want to go for the kill with super or anything like that. Now, one thing is, if I don't have drink level, or I'm on 1 drink level, for example, just like the previous video with standing roundhouse punish counter, if you get a Drive Impact, then I like to go for crouching fears, keep it simple, EX, and enjoy those extra drink levels. And you know, that's also a really good way to start it off. Now, for anything other like that, you know, we can just go for something like that. And we want to go for the kill, you know, then this is a great option. Say this doesn't kill, we can go for that, for example, go for a reset. Something like that, for example. That's something we could do. Yeah, besides that, there is one interesting combo. Suppose we have... This one's really good, actually. I've joined a Jamie Discord, and they showcased this to me. So obviously, I'm just here to compile it for you guys and share it with you guys, so you guys can understand what's going on. So if you get a Drive Impact and you are in the corner, we can actually go for a side switch with a simple jumping roundhouse, dash underneath, and then even get a follow-up combo. There we go. So just as you saw, let me just do it one more time without interruption of our boy Ken. There we go. So this is what you can do on no drink level, and if you do have 2 drink levels, for example, we can go for light kick Bakai, and this leads us back to our previous video, excuse me, where we have the safe jump setup and the high-low mix-up. So not only do we get a side switch in the corner if we're on 2 drink levels, we also get our nifty little mix-up in the corner afterwards. So this is amazing. So we get out of the corner and we get rewarded for it as well. So that is a really good thing you can do with Drive Impact. This trick also works, for example, with our OD command grab. Works the exact same way, but instead of neutral jump roundhouse, you go for forward jump roundhouse. Also credits to the Jamie Discord for that one. So yeah, this one is, in my opinion, a very great find, because sometimes you're just looking for your opponent to, you know, go for their DI. Maybe you're trigger happy, maybe you get a lucky crumple with Drive Impact. It doesn't matter. So if you get the Drive Impact, just go for that side switch combo and you get the advantage and out of the corner. So yeah, that one is, in my opinion, amazing. Now, moving forward, so I'm gonna show you guys a little clip of Daigo here figuring out Ken.
これやばいね。これめちゃくちゃやべえな。いや、これじゃん、もう。無理だよ、これ。やばいね、これ。これやばい。これプラスはちょっとやりすぎてないか。
Now, what you just witnessed is Daigo going a little bit crazy for that specific move, and you know, it is a really good move, let's be honest. Like, he gets, I'll show you guys here. There we go for a second. So yeah, he gets a +2 advantage, and you know, it almost it covers a lot of distance. But look at the frame data. Frame data is always important. It has a startup of 28 frames, so it's slower than a Drive Impact. Then it still has to hit, which has 4 active frames after that. It starts on the 28 frame and then 4 extra active frames, so 5 active frames in total for the hit, and then 21 frames of recovery afterwards. That is a lot. So that means that if our boy Ken goes for this, and I think I've showed this before in one of my beta ranked matches video, you can react to this with DI, and it's the perfect punish, and it's fairly easy to do. There we go. I still got the punish counter, and I was, you know, I was pretty delayed. Like, it was not like I did it on frame 1 the moment I saw the move coming out. There we go. You get your free 2 drink levels, for example, and you got the punish. So it is great for countering that specific move, and it's also great for stopping Kens in general to abuse that move, because yes, you can parry it, yes, you can neutral jump it, for example, but just straight up punishing that with Drive Impact is a lot better. Another move that is punishable with Drive Impact is Chun-Li's Zanshu. I think I still have the replay recorded here from the previous time. Let's find out. Yeah, there it is. So let me showcase. It works the same way. So it has 32 frames. Let's just play the replay for a sec. There we go. So it has 32 frames of startup and 52 frames in total. So once again, very similar to Ken's entire frame data on his kick move. I am so bad. Is it? I think it's. Is it Jinrai kick? Or is it Dragon? You know what I mean. It doesn't matter. So, but this one is the same as well. Like, don't get abused by this. Just look. If you're looking for it, get that Drive Impact. Get him out of here. And get those 2 drink levels going in, or whatever you want to do. So yeah, there's probably a lot more moves from different casts, different characters that have moves like this. So yeah, be aware of that. Use your Drive Impact as a counter tool as well, and don't be abused by these characters. Now, since we're on the subject of punishing stuff with Drive Impact, suppose we have our boy Ken in the corner, and he's not looking great. He's on 2 drive gauges. We got him in the corner. The pressure's coming, and my man wants to get him off him with that, and we go for the Drive Impact punish. Now, the reason I'm saying this is a good idea is because it takes Drive Impact, a successful punish counter or counter Drive Impact, takes away drive gauge. More specifically, a bar and a half. So this is a really great situation we can put Ken in, because we can go for a Drive Impact, and we do give up a little bit on combo damage, obviously on damage in general, but we get him in burnout. And that means that leads to the previous thing that I talked about. The moment we have him in burnout, for example, then we can go for our Meaty Drive Impact and get the stun in the corner, rinse and repeat. So keep that in mind as well. Look at your opponent's drive gauge bar. If you see that he is like 1 bar away from being in burnout, then this is a really good way to make that happen. Alright, and once we are at the end of the video. Now guys, just keep in mind, I am as new to this game as you guys are, so if you have any suggestions, you know, you got extra things to add to this certain video, then please share it with me in the comments. I very much appreciate everyone just sharing stuff. That's what we're all here for, improving our drunk game, and you know, just wiping the floor with everyone while we enjoy some good herbal tea. Thanks a ton for watching. Don't forget, as usual, to stay cautious, and I'll see you all next time. Take care.